Now at 6, a deadly police shootout at an apartment on the Lower East Side. And what we just learned about the shooter's violent history and what happened when police flew a drone into the apartment.
Oh, that's crazy.
Bullseye, the chase on the tracks for this bull in Newark and where the animal is now. Plus, homes crumble in the Bronx, demolition now underway after that building collapsed. But days later, families are still without answers on what happens next. We begin, though, with a breaking news update on a deadly police shooting on the Lower East Side. Officers shot and killed a man after they say he fired at them during a standoff. All of this starting at around noon at an apartment near Eldridge and Rivington Streets. And we just learned from the NYPD that man was wanted for a shooting on the Upper East Side and for allegedly raping someone in Queens. When officers with a warrant tried to make an arrest, they say that man armed with a gun barricaded himself inside his apartment, and then a standoff came to an end when sources say the man shot at officers and one of their robots. Police returned fire, and that man was rushed to the hospital where he died.
He's been identified as Ken Edwards. He's a male, 43 years old. Last known address was 691 Girard Avenue in the Bronx. He has 11 prior arrests dating back to 1995. His last arrest was on February 23rd for a rape. He was wanted for a 2023 non-fatal shooting in Manhattan, which I will get into, a 2023 sexual abuse, forcible touching that also occurred in Manhattan in the confines of the 9th Precinct, a 2022 strangulation that occurred in Queens, and he had an active bench warrant for failing to register as a sex offender.
And this right here is video of the robot the NYPD used during the standoff, the robot that they say that suspect shot at. Police say that officers also sent a drone in through an open window into the suspect's room, and he then knocked that drone down with a broomstick. Thank you so much for joining us here at 6. I'm Adam Cooperstein, and we're following another big story tonight that is tearing down the Bronx building that collapsed earlier this week. Today, the floors that were hanging on by a thread got taken down, and the dozens of families put out on the streets have been given some answers about what happens next, but it's not giving them much comfort here. News 4's Jessica Cunnington live in Morris Heights with that part of the story. Jess?
A lot of moving parts here, but really that surgically repaired ankle. Well, it's a late night for the locals. Only the Nets in action, and Brooklyn is still riding high after last night's upset win over Kevin Durant and the Suns, spoiling the debut of Phoenix's Big Three. The Nets know a little something about that. It's their best win of the season. Had to feel a little extra special doing it against Durant's hand-picked destination. Nets have now won 7 of 9. They sit tied with the Knicks at 13-10. The Mets have signed a pitcher. No, not that one. Jorge Lopez is a reliever. He was an all-star in 2022. Meanwhile, Yoshinobu Yamamoto meeting with the Phillies today. He's the pitcher the Mets and the Yankees are both after. And Shohei Ohtani about to be presented with the Dodgers out in Los Angeles. So we'll talk about that tonight.
Okay, John, thank you so much. And next on NBC Nightly News, there'll be some Ohtani coverage plus Medicare Advantage, the private insurance denying care coverage, the impact on some rural hospitals. NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is coming up right now. Thanks for watching.